Yo. What's good, man? This is your boy at DFSMasterMind underscore over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. Today's date is June the 8th. It is officially 3:15 in the morning, man. And your boy's grinding, man. Just got done doing my research. I wanted to put this video out real quick before I catch some Z's. Because I'm probably sleep in tomorrow, man. And I want to put a video out, man. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this video out and, go to sleep, wake up just in time to double check my lineups and then watch some baseball, man. Sounds like a pretty good day. But yeah, I got to give you a quick recap. Today I was at work all day. Didn't play too much in the main slate. I ran out two lineups. Didn't cash in either one of those. Got off work. I was like, damn, man, my night wasn't looking good. I had John Lackey in both my lineups. Zach Greinke didn't do as good as he should have. Manny Machado got hurt. Had him in both lineups. What else went wrong, man? What else went wrong? And pretty much, I had too many Angels, to be honest. I had a few Angels bats give me some goose eggs. But yeah, man, shit happens, dude. Like, shit happens. But when I take an L, man, I like to get it back real quick. So, got off work in time to make me a late lineup. And I came through, man. I had a pretty good late lineup. I wish I would have put it in a few more times, man. I would have had a decent payday. But I finished like 120, I believe, out of 3,000 people, something like that. So I had a decent, decent amount made up for my entries, and I got a little extra money to play with tomorrow. So, can't complain, man. That's part of the process, man. We got to keep grinding. I'm gonna learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna move it on till today. But man, without further ado, let's hop into these games. We got four of them for tomorrow, man. Starting off, we got the Cardinals versus the Reds. We got Mike Leake versus Feldman. We have Angels versus Detroit. Ramirez versus Former. Oh, and shout out to anybody that was brave enough to stick with Farmer. Shout out, man. He did decent. He really did. I knew he wasn't going to come anywhere near that 11K upside that he showed, but the man did decent, man. I believe he had 5 or 6Ks. And he had a really decent game, man. Went I believe 6 innings and kind of shut out the Angels, man. Shout out to y'all, man, because I seen him in a lot of the lineups at the top. So that's real. That's a good call, man. Real good call. Next game, we have the Giants and the Brewers. Cueto versus Espino. I don't know who this guy is. Reliever turned starter, making his second start. That's a little juicy, man. That's a little juicy. Then we have the Padres versus the Diamondbacks. We got Richard versus Corbin. Battle of the lefties in Arizona, where it's hot as hell, man. So those are the games we working with. I'm gonna go through real quick, man. Tell you who I like, who I don't like. I'm gonna let you know my two pitchers for DraftKings. And I know I normally talk FanDuel prices, man, but I've been on a roll on DraftKings, man. So I'm gonna stick over there, man. I'm running hot, so that's where I've been playing the majority of my games. If I get hot on either website, I play on Yahoo a little bit, play on DraftKings and FanDuel. Wherever I'm like starting to rack up the wins, man, I tend to focus, more on that website. So right now it's DraftKings, man. I'm doing pretty good with the two pitcher, man. Maybe the two pitcher is opening up new avenues that I wasn't thinking about, man. So we're gonna try to keep it rolling. Speaking of pitcher, man, tomorrow I'm going with Michael Fulmer. If Farmer can do good, Michael Farmer has to do good, man. Come on. Come on. I'm locking them in, man. You got to pick two. I only wanted to pick one. And that top pitcher on the slate, and my favorite pitcher is Johnny Cueto. Y'all know I rock with him tough, man. I've been rocking with him all season. He's made the cover boys several times. Probably will make one today. Um, yeah, man, Johnny Cueto versus the Brewers. I'm a little nervous about it actually, and the reason I say that is because I respect the Brewers, man. They've been rolling. They're starting to stream some hits together. Um, but with that being said, man, I gotta play somebody. I gotta play somebody. I think Cueto's in the best situation as far as K upside. And I think he'll get a little run support, man, going up against this reliever turn starter, young buck. I'm assuming, so I'm gonna lock Cueto in. I'm a hope he don't have one of those games, man, where and y'all know what I'm talking about, where location is shaky, and he got three people on base in the first inning. We don't need one of those, man. We need him just roll through. We seen Samardzija have a really good game, so I have the confidence in Cueto. He can do the same. And Cueto's K numbers have been just steadily increasing, man. So he's my top pitcher. I'm gonna pair him with Fulmer. Of course, that's gonna leave my dollars a little short when it comes to these bats. So I'm not gonna recommend any super high price guys, man. I'm fishing in the mid to low tier range as far as my bats. But I do want to talk about. I'm gonna just go through real quick, man. Talk about the games, what I think is gonna happen. In the Cardinals Cincinnati Reds game, I'm stacking. I'm gonna stack it, man. I'm gonna try to get as many pieces as I can. I've already filled out a lineup, got a lineup made. And I got a few Reds bets. Mike Leake, I want to say this, dude. If you're not paying up for Farmer, Mike Leake will probably be the next best pitcher, man. I think he's the next best thing. I could look at him and trust him a little bit, but I just the small ballpark really throws me off with him. But he's one of those pitchers, man. Like if he has a really solid game tomorrow, I won't be surprised. Like I won't be surprised at all. Um, but with that being said, man, I've already, I've drew my line in the sand. I got to make a stance, and I'm choosing to rock with Farmer and Cueto. So Mike Leake is gonna have to be a target for me, man. Um, and with that being said, man, I love these Cincinnati Red bats. They've been getting it. They've been getting it. They've been getting it. Um, I wonder how many people gonna have Scooter Gennett though. That's the real question. But I like Billy Hamilton. I got him in a few. Well, I got him in both of my lineups. And I also have Zach Kozart in both of my lineups. Um, People sleeping on Kozart, man. His batting average is ridiculous right now, man. The man is just seeing the ball and putting it into play. He got a little power upside, man. He's balling. So I like him tomorrow for sure. Cardinals, dude, I think they're all in play going up against Feldman. We seen Carpenter finally get on track and hit a dinger. I think you could look at Dexter Fowler. The top of their lineup for sure, man. I'll say 1 through 7. Well, you might as well do all of them in play, to be honest, because Diaz, he'll surprise you every once in a while. If Tommy Pham is near the top of the lineup and I can get a little value out of him, I'm going to be looking at him. Yadier is always a nice catcher option. But yeah, that's it, man. You can stack this game. I feel good about it. Small ballpark, 75 degrees. I think that's very, very doable. Like I said, I'm using Foamer, so Angel Bats are not on my radar today. Not even going to discuss them. If I had to pick one bat, it would be Valbuena. But that's it, man. That's it. But these Detroit bats are in play going up against Ramirez. You take your pick. I hate just throwing out a bunch of names out there because I want to actually tell y'all people that I'm using. So if I had to use anybody, I'm not going to spend up for the big names or the big expensive players. I'm trying to find value because I really like that Cincinnati game, and I really like the the Diamondbacks game, man. So out of this game, I would look at it maybe like a Presley, maybe like if we could get Castellanos in a 2-hole, he may be an option. If we can get some Tyler Collins, he's an option. But like the Kinslers, Cabreras, I'm not Martinez, Uptons. I'm probably not paying up for him, man. That's just me being a cheapie, and I want to use my big dollars in different spots. Like I said, man, I'm limited, man. I got the number 1 and number 2 pitcher, so my cash is a little tight. You know what I'm saying? Next game, dude. Giant bats are definitely in play. I've already mentioned it going up against reliever turned starter. That's something we tend to look for. Denard Span is in a pretty good spot leading off if he gets that nod. Buster Posey is in all of my lineups, so I'm locking him in. I really like him for tomorrow. And Crawford is in play. My boy Hunter Pence is in play. He's going to show up pretty soon, man. I'm telling you. Look out for him. He's already made a few. I think he got a few hits since coming back, man. It's only a matter of time. Oh, he actually has 1 hit. So, he has 1 hit. So you might can hold off on Hunter Pence, man. Don't rush it. I don't wanna be that guy. But yeah, man, just whoever you like out of this. But I do think the Giants will be under the radar. I think they'll be under owned, and they're still cheap, man. We can get some of these cheap bats, fill them in, and then go with the big dogs from whatever stack you want to use. Now the next game, the last game, my favorite game to stack. I'm gonna try to get as many bats as I can from this one. And that's the Padres versus the Diamondbacks. I think the 2 worst pitchers on the slate, and they're both left-handed. We're keying in on this, man. It's in Chase Stadium. It's 104 degrees out there, man. Supposedly, man. I'm not out there, man. But it's known to get hot in the desert, man. So we gonna be looking at this one, man, for sure. I'm looking at the Padres side as well, man. Not just the Diamondback side. Padres are in play for sure. Will Myers, Solarte, like we can look at Renfro. Whoever you want, man. If Scherzer is not Scherzer, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Matt Cesar. If he's at the top of the order, that's gonna be my lock, man, for sure. Super value bet. We can look at him, and then on the Diamondback side, whoever you want, man. I think if you take a chance on Jake Lamb versus a lefty, this is the time I really like to pick Jake Lamb. But I'm probably not gonna be able to afford him. You'll get a power bat, man, and like a power bat like him at like 8% on a small slate, man, because people are so scared of the lefty. He's still Jake Lamb, man. He still possesses that power. But I'm really keying in on this game. Nick Ahmed, if he's in that 2-hole, that's gonna be another lock. We're gonna throw him in. Chris Owens is in play. Jury is in play. Whoever's leading off is in play. I'm definitely all over this one, man. Hopefully this video helped, man. That's going to be it, man. That's all I got. Like I said, right now it is 3:30 in the a.m., man. I want y'all to bless up. Have a good night, man. Hit me up on Twitter at DFSMasterMind _. And yeah, man, cash out tomorrow, man. Let's get to the green line. And if you watch the video, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up, man. I appreciate y'all.